Hello, everybody. It's been a hot minute since I've been streaming. Hope everyone's having a great week so far. For those who don't know, my name's Mandy, one half of Salt and Sass Games. I'm probably the face you'll see most often on the channel. Oh boy, if you joined last time, we had some challenges with the audio, but I think I figured it out. And I think it was I have two microphones. I think my other microphone is time for the bin because it was bad. So, think we got it figured out. We shall see. Hey, Amanda, thank you for that. I appreciate that because you were here the last time. I was having some audio challenges, and I think it was my microphone. The other microphone that I was using, not this one, but I have the other one. It was like an older one, and I was like, I'll just use it for over-the-table stuff. But it's one of those, it's a dynamic mic, so if your face isn't like right in it, it just that's why it was cutting out and stuff. So, I was like, you know what, let me just get a new one. So I've got like one of the cordless ones because I think that will be easier when I'm playing games at the table. So the cordless one is, anyway, easier. I don't have stress about it, but that's not going to be in for a while. And it's pink, so it'll match the purple microphone and everything else. How are you, Amanda? It's been a while. I know I've been a little absent, but I've been absent streaming even. Yeah, new job, trying to get sorted in that situation and amongst other things. So how are you doing? Hopefully things are well with you. Everybody else, if you're just hanging out and listening, it's hot here. Really? I mean, it's been hot here. Today was kind of rainy. But like, what's hot? I know it's Fahrenheit for you all, but is it like 90 hot? Because I know that's pretty hot. Or is it like 70 hot? So I'm from Canada, for those who don't know. So we use Celsius. So I'm trying to understand if it's like a 40 Celsius or like what would that be? Like 25-ish? I'm doing the math really fast and I'm sure it's not 100% accurate, but we're going to go with it. Amanda, yeah, getting things sorted. Yeah, it's been a little wild and I feel like summer's almost over. Yeah, so I feel like I have to talk with all of you for a bit because I feel like it's been a hot minute. But before we get into conversation, I'm going to play today Witchbound. And when I say play, like it's a narrative solo experience, but I wanted to kind of go through it quickly. Sometimes I get games and I don't end up playing through them. So I'm like, you know what? If I do it on stream, at least people get an idea. And if people enjoy it, great, we'll continue. If not, I'll just continue it off of the stream. So if you like narrative games, that is something we're going to get into, but I'd love to hear what everyone else is up to before we start. Okay, so 86, so like 30. Yeah, that's what I figured. When you said hot, it must be like real hot. And then if it's humid, I don't know if it's humid for you on top, but that would also be highly annoying. So I totally get that. Yeah, it's been warmish here, but not like that. Not yet. What else has been going on? I have to get a new car. Oh, let's talk about that story, shall we? Oh my gosh. Not too humid? Okay, that's good. The humidity is what takes me out. I just tell people, look at my hair, and it'll start to curl. Then you know how humid it is. So I have to get a new car. I mean, I had to get a new car eventually, but I was putting it off because for me, I hate driving. As long as this, whatever it is, gets me from point A to point B, we're good. I don't need anything too fancy. However, well, in this particular case, I'm like, you know what? I've never had a new car. Let me get a new one. Keep it for like a bajillion years. I usually keep my cars for like 10 years. I don't care. I don't know. Anybody else can comment on that. I like to drive my cars till they're dead. Like, usually I get like a Toyota. I had my Toyota Corolla for like 12 years. That was chef's kiss until the mechanic says to me, come here. And I was like, oh, what? He's like, Toyota Corollas are great cars. He lifts it up. He goes, come look at this. I look, he's like, if you keep driving this is going to split right down the middle. I'm sorry, what now? I had to get another car after that. So I was like, okay, time to let the Toyota go. It's been good. So now I have a Subaru, which is also very good, but I feel like it hasn't lasted as long as the Corolla. So it's fine. I like smaller cars that have an Impreza. So I was like, but I buy used cars because I just didn't understand it, why people get new cars other than being shiny. So got this one used. It was like a few years old when I bought it. It's fine. But now the brakes went out on it the other day. Ah. So thank goodness I wasn't driving it. But my mom, I was, she was out. She's like, I need to borrow your car. But I went in the car and the brakes were a little like not there. I was like, I'm sorry, pardon me. Anyway, it's a good thing nobody was driving it. Brake fluid all over the driveway. I've been having a week, everybody. So I don't know if that's ever happened to anybody else, but it was very scary. So anyway, I'm babbling. All that to say, so random. Amanda, you fished and got a watch. I mean, hey, who can't use a watch? That's fun. I love it. So I ended up on all this to say, I bought a new car, or I shouldn't say that. I have to put a deposit on a car. Whether it comes in or not is a whole other thing. Cars are so expensive. Don't buy a new car right now if you can avoid it. Even used cars. It's wild. So I bought a Toyota RAV4 Limited. I don't know, whatever. And it was even that trim because that's all they had come in. Like, apparently it's taking 6 to 9 months or longer to get a car. Anyway, it's supposed to be here at the end of the month. We'll see. I won't tell you how much I paid for it, but it was ridiculous. I have a hard time with that, but anyway, I digress. So if you have a RAV4 and it's amazing, please tell me something about it. It makes me feel better. You don't have to, but it's a whole thing. Yes, Amanda, the pandemic really changed the supply chain of cars, and apparently Toyota's like one of the ones that it's the longest wait time, and because they're so good, the cars last, people will wait. And the thing is, if you wait, if I had stayed on for the initial trim that I wanted, which is more like middle of the road, the Limited, unfortunately, is like the higher end, but I need a car, it would have been going into next year. And then they're going to charge you the new price for next year. So anybody just joining, we're talking about cars. I'm talking about me having to buy a new car, and I'm not very happy about it. But we'll see. Amanda, you like, oh gosh, sorry, my mic is so loud. I apologize. I don't know why it's doing that. Here we go. You like Hondas? Oh yeah, I drove the Honda. Someone tell me. There's HRV and CRV. I wanted the smaller of the two. That the HRV, I don't remember which one it is. I didn't love it. And then I tried the slightly bigger one, which is, I don't like big cars, but I tried it and it was good. I know they're reliable as well, and people really like Hondas. Listen, also a good brand. I'm just weird about how it feels. So, but I do find it looks better than the RAV4, so I will give them that. Anyway, long story short, now they're all doing hybrid. It's a whole thing. I'm sure this is not what you came here to talk about. Had to share with somebody. But Hondas are very good. So anyway, so that's what's going on with me. But yeah, you like a brand, just stick with it. So I deviated into Subaru. They're good. I'm not a fan of the styling, so we're moving on. Hybrid is where it's going. I think Honda's a little behind on that, as in like they haven't pushed too much of that, but Toyota is making all their cars going forward in the RAV4 line anyway. Hybrid, you don't have a choice. Not necessarily a plug-in, you can get those, but just hybrid. Anyway, it's a whole thing. Adulting is hard, everybody. So yeah, so if you're getting a new car, please feel free to share. Make me feel better about having to spend a ridiculous amount of money in a car that I didn't really want to buy right now. But I did get these fabulous new glasses. Yay for that. And yes, they're very thick because I'm blind. Like, seriously, my eyes are so bad. But they're cute. So we'll just forgo that. Any new 3D printing stuff? Thanks, Amanda. You're so sweet. Yes, actually. I 3D printed a poop bin. Not for filament, for dog poop. So if I send the dogs outside, put it in a little bag, because I don't like to leave it in the backyard. No judgments if you do. And then I pop it in a little 3D printed thing that I make. So that took a while because it was a lot of filament. I'm printing some cord organizer clip things right now. That's pretty fun. I know, it's not exciting, it was fun for me. And I'm going to be doing some board game inserts, so that'll be coming soon. So, and oh, I did some crochet needles. Very excited about those, getting back into crocheting. So if anybody else 3D prints, always excited to hear about new projects. Amanda, you definitely have to get a 3D printer. You're going to be obsessed, like me. Oh my goodness. So thank you for asking, by the way. So Mandi was here, or Tweejo was here last stream. I'm going to try to be a bit more regular about the streams. The new job is a lot. So we're going to, not a lot isn't bad, just a lot of time. So I'm just really tired. So we're going to see what we can do. Amanda, how smooth are the crochet hooks? They're pretty good. They're actually split in half, and then you have to glue the halves together for the actual like hook part. Mine came out pretty clean. I did them in Pet G versus PLA, but it was a bit of a struggle just to get the measurements right for the screw part. So take that with a grain of salt. It's fine. I would travel kind of with them, but I don't know. I think I still like the metal ones better, but these ones were just fun to try. So I would stick to metal if that's your thing. So just my opinion. Yeah. So Mandi was here last week. Well, I'm hoping to get her, or last week or 2 weeks ago, hoping to get her in to play another game. We might revisit because she does retro gaming on her channel. So we're thinking we might do more retro board game things, like, or not retro necessarily, but like games that have kind of been forgotten, like older games that we haven't played. So that'll be something that we're going to look into doing. So we'll see if we both have time to sort that out. But today, let me see if I can grab this. Oy. We are going to be playing, which one's not going to go weird on the screen? I don't think either one. Witchbound. Boop, boop, boop. Has anybody heard of this one? I got this on Backer Kit. Nope. Game Found. So it's one of these solo narrative type games. So we're going to work through it together. Amanda, you like the metal crochet hooks? You're using bamboo knitting needles? Oh, neat. I had not heard of that before, so that's cool. How do you like them? The metal is what I'm used to, but for that. But yeah, I'd be curious. Huh. Yeah, that sounds good. And probably environmentally sustainable, so it's better. So Witchbound. Let me see here. Get the book out. There we go. So the art is so cute. Oh, it's green. I'll have to show you on the other screen. The green's gonna have a green screen, so it's gonna go a little weird. But this is kind of like the character with the little kitty cat on it, which we're gonna get to name and talk about. And I did briefly go through the rules. I played a little bit at a convention with a friend, but I think we're gonna try and go through it together, just a little bit to see how the game plays. Yeah. And then we'll see how it goes. So yeah, so hang out, chill out. Everyone relax. If you have questions, throw them in there. If not, no worries. Yeah, I like to babble to myself. So if I'm talking, you're like, oh my gosh, what is this bullshit going on about? Please feel free to just hang out, lurk, do all the things. Amanda, bamboo is more grippy for slippery yarn. Okay, that's good to know, because some of that yarn is a bit tricky to work with. But I'd love to see some knitting projects. I don't knit, I only crochet, so Amanda, we're here for the babble. You know me. Some people don't, so they're gonna be like, oh my gosh, this girl, what is she doing? But I talk to myself when I play games, so there's that. All right, so let us see. I'm gonna flip the script here. So hopefully I have fixed the issue with my microphone, because we had some challenges last time, so this is a temporary fix. But let's give her. Oh, Amanda Lurkway, thank you so much for popping in. I appreciate you. And everybody else. Yeah, I'm going to just talk amongst myself unless someone has a question. Thank you so much. All right, so let me just prepare myself to switch to my other screen here. There we go. Okay, so apologies in advance if you hear a lot of movement. This is not, I had to replace the mic with a old podcast mic that I had, and unfortunately these ones just pick up everything in front of it. So if I'm cutting out though, that I need to know. So please let me know. I have ordered a new microphone for this. We're going cordless. It's just easier. Okay, so hopefully you can hear me. It's not too loud enough. If I'm cutting out, just let me know. I won't be insulted, I promise. Okay, so I've kind of set up the area here. Oh, I just realized my nails really, it sounds good. Thanks, Amanda. It's temporary, so thank you. I really appreciate it. I just realized my nails kind of go with the Korean glass nails for the win. Okay. Oh my gosh, off topic. It's like a purple blue kind of thing. It's Korean glass nails. It's like an effect that you can do. So I was very excited about it. Okay, so we have the rule book here just in case, because I'm sure I'll have questions. You know how that goes. And I laminated all these. These were not laminated, but they only give you so many of these to use. So Amanda, the color shifting is everywhere and you're here for it. See, I'm about that life. Maybe it reminds me of mood rings when I was Well, we won't talk about how old I am because I'm not that young. Mood rings for the win. Okay, so we have our map of Coven Cove. I feel that's a little cliche, but here we are. We've got these are double-sided, so apologies if they're a little glary, but we have the main quests here. We have discoveries and achievements, which are in the form of cards that we might come across, and then keywords. If you've played any of these kind of games before, sometimes they'll give you keywords to look up later. And if anyone else has played this game, by all means, just feel free to jump in at any time. This is going to be my character sheet. So I am Rennie. So cute I am. And we're going to read a bit of the story so it can tell me what I start with. But we have our hearts, magic, luck, and then some things like conditions that could happen to me. So poisoned or jinxed or something like this. We have basic actions in the game, and the way the system kind of works is that you have to use a basic action in conjunction with the number of whatever you're interacting with. So if I'm interacting with an NPC, for example, they will have a number, and so I'm like, do I want to, I guess it's, what is it? I think it's specifically one is like you're surveying or kind of like looking around the area, and it'll give you just a bit more insight, versus the hand is where you're actually like doing something. So you might want to start with this one first, which is a number 1, and then whatever number they have for the NPC. And then you would read that passage in this book here. So that's the entry book. So when we interact with anything or something like that, then we're going to go to this book. But if we're going to a different location, we're going to use the scene book. So again, I know it might be a little hard to see. Try my best to pull it up to the screen if you want to see a little bit more. Oh boy. We also have potions and ingredients that we can collect. I didn't end up using the map too much on my last kind of quick run through of it, but again, I didn't play for a super long time, so we just hadn't investigated enough. And then the scene book is going to take us to, and I'll just quickly open because we're not supposed to peek, to locations. Whoops. So we'll be able to look a bit closer, and I'll see if I can zoom in a bit when we get to that stage. And you'll see there are some kind of numbers there that we can interact with. Okay, so we also have prompts that we can get. We have gifts, tools, and spells. So again, these are other things that eventually we can use to interact with NPCs in the scene. Okay. I think that's it. When I got the campaign, they gave me a bunch of these, and I guess it's just physical versions of it versus using the paper. I don't know. So there's that. And if anybody else got it, the dice in the rules, it says purple and green dice. Separate. These are together, purple and green as in like combined. I did ask, there's no bearing on that if that comes up. So just in case anybody has the game and they're like, what does this mean? Because I was like, what does that mean? All right, so let's jump in. I'll read a bit of the intro and yeah, let's give her. All right, so rule book we'll leave handy because Lord knows I always need to check a rule or 10. Ugh. While I'm playing, but let us look at, oh, no, we got to go to the rulebook to read it. Okay, here we go. Also, I have to do a stream on some of the new solo RPGs I've picked up. Oh, some of them are so good. I've been playing Galati, I hope I'm saying that correctly, and use like a dice, use it like a block tower and use tarot cards. Anyway, it's really good. So there's a few that I want to talk about. I'm looking at Ion Heart sitting here. I was playing that earlier. I just have so many on the go. Oh, anybody else play like 5 solo RPGs at the same time? No, just me? Okay. Hey, Heroic Logic. Thanks for joining. I like the little, ooh, it looks a little celebration. It's a high. Hopefully you're having a good day. I'm talking about how I'm spending so much time on my solo RPGs and I have so many on the go, and then I'm adding this one into the mix, so we'll do it together. But feel free, I will ask questions in the chat if people want to join in on the decision making. I'm here for it. Okay, here we go. We're gonna read the intro. Oh my gosh, I'm so parched. Nothing is worse than when you're talking and you're like, thirsty. All right. Here we go. And Hero Logic, feel free to jump in if there's any questions or anything you want to ask before or after, or while we're starting. Okay, here we go. The famous island of Coven Cove was once home to all the witches of the world. People traveled far and wide to visit the mystical magic makers seeking all manner of things, from love potions to hair growth spells, from get-rich-quick rituals to the occasional turn my annoying sibling into a frog charm. That, however, was over a century ago. The witches are all gone, and the mysterious island is now a mere tourist attraction. Until now. Be it a mistake or fate, a young adventurous girl named Rennie has awakened her magic, becoming the first witch in over 100 years. There's just one problem. Rennie was only supposed to be visiting the island for the summer. Nope, seems we have a visitor too. But it turns out witches are magically bound to the island forever. Step into Rennie's boots and embark on an epic adventure in Witchbound, a captivating, story-driven game set in a vibrant world, brimming with mysteries and dangers. Explore a charming village full of whimsical characters and venture beyond the city of its walls into the wilds to discover what the witches left behind. We are collecting items, learning spells, crafting potions, and making impactful decisions that will shape Rennie's journey and the world around her. Okay, we like where this is going. So, exactly what we talked about, narrative driven. And I'm not going to go through all the rules here. We'll do it as we go. But we're going to be investigating, and then trying to find out more about this world and what's going on. So there is a sticker sheet. You can change your cat if you want. Hey, Spat Jones, thanks for popping in. Good to see you. I don't know if this is your type of game or not, but I'm glad you're here. For those who don't know, it's not a random person. I do know the person. I do know Spat Jones. I'm not just saying that and being a rude person. But yeah, glad to have you. Hope you're doing well. And yeah, hopefully you'll start streaming soon. Can't wait to see what you're doing. We just started, so this is good. I just kind of read the backstory, and we talked a little bit about how it kind of works. Okay, so now. I think we have to jump to... Here we go. We got to go to the big book. Now, I know when I started playing this before, we got a little stuck, and that was a bit weird, but apparently you can go to a website and get clues if you get stuck. Sad Jones, no one wants to watch me. Okay, not a ton of people watch me either, but I just have some very loyal and regular followers that take pity on me and hang out with me while I stream. Honestly, even if nobody was watching, it's still fine. I was very shy when I was younger, so I didn't really talk that much. So I don't know. Sometimes going online is great. It just kind of, you can do, well, not whatever, but you know what I mean? You can be a different person, be the same person, kind of mix it up. I don't know. I would watch you. Just saying. All right, let's open her up here. Let's see what this says. Okay, start here. Here we go. So this is the start page, just so you all see what I'm reading. All right, so it's talking about some other things. We're going to skip that. All right, I'm skipping ahead. Okay, here we go. Stats. Hearts, magic, luck, and energy are considered stats, and each one can have a max of 5. When full, for now, you should have 5 hearts. Okay, so let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I have a total of 5 hearts. I just filled it in. That might be a little hard to see. Yeek. All right, so gain 5 hearts, and then it says if you cannot follow instructions, do not proceed with any listed below it. So if we go to an entry, we can do the other ones, but we can't do the main one. We can't do it. And it gives us instructions here. It tells us to lose 3 coins. Well, I have no coins to lose. So then the next thing would have been gain 1 luck. I don't do it. So that's it. And it literally is like, okay, you're ready to play. Read entry 1. All right, so we are going to read entry 1 and then see what they want us to do. Now, going forward, let me know if it's something you'd like to see on screen. I do find sometimes text on screen can be a little annoying for some people, but if that's easier for people to follow along and be involved, happy to do so. So let me know. I'd like to do more of my solo narrative games, but it's just trying to figure out a layout that works, and I'm struggling with this a little bit, so patience is appreciated. I do also have some very fun sound effects that I put in here to use if we run across any monsters. All right, here we go. Let's read the story. My sweet Pebble, your father and I are currently sitting next to a small fire outside an ancient tomb. We were supposed to be searching inside, but your father stubbed his toe and his scream of agony caused a rock slide. The entrance is now blocked, and the weather is too severe to travel. I know it's only been a few days, but we miss you dearly. I know you wish you could be here with us, but I'm sure your grandmother is enjoying your company on the island. Try to have fun, but please stay out of trouble. The summer will be over before you know it, and we'll be home together. Love, Mom and Dad. Rennie lies in bed reading the postcard for the 100th time. It was true. She wished she could be with them. It wasn't fair that she was just 1 year too young to join the Adventurers Guild. Instead, she had to get shipped off to the boring island of Coven Cove where her grandmother runs a bakery. The famous island of the witches may sound like a cool place, but there hasn't been a witch in over a century. Now the village is merely a tourist attraction. Nothing exciting ever happens, and the only adventure Rennie has had in the few days she's been here has been chasing some rats around the cellar. They were good target practice for her slingshot, though. Still, next year she applied to the guild and then spent her next summers going on quests with her parents. The pleasant thoughts fill her mind, and Rennie closes her eyes, hoping her dreams are filled with grand adventures. Scratch, scratch, scratch. The noise comes from overhead, and Rennie opens one eye and glares at the ceiling before burying her head under a pillow. Scratch, scratch. She sits up in bed and hurls the pillow at the ceiling, which then crashes onto her already messy desk, scattering things onto the floor. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Rennie grunts and swings out of bed just as a light tap at her door lets her know she was too loud. The door creaks open and Gran's wrinkled face pokes in. Everything all right, Pebble? No, Gran, I can't sleep. Whatever's in the attic won't let me. Don't you hear the noises? Gran shrugs. You get used to them, dear. Well, I haven't. Can I please go up there and get rid of whatever it is? I can't remember the last time I was up there. I haven't had the slightest idea what you'll find. There could be anything. Maybe a dragon, Gran giggles. Rennie folds her arms and rolls her eyes. Ugh, it's probably just some rats, but if there's a dragon up there, someone needs to teach it some manners, and I'm not afraid to. Of course you're not, Gran says, grinning. All right, Pebble, go ahead. I'll need to go downstairs and get the stew covered up before you go tromping around making dust. Thanks, Gran. I'll try to keep my tromping to a minimum. Before I do anything, I need my slingshot. Rennie reaches into her nightstand and pulls out her trusty slingshot, along with a pouch full of pebbles. Yes. So, when adding items to your player log, be sure to write them in the specified section. Here, write slingshot in the first section of space of the tool section, and then write action number 3 to the left. Okay. So, we're just gonna do this for a second. All right, I'm trying to figure out the best way to organize this here. Okay, so now we go in the tools section, which is here. We put a 3, so it has a number like these two, and we write slingshot. Oh, okay. I got big writing. Let me take it down a notch. There we go. Slingshot. Might be a little tricky to see there. Let's see if I can scooch in a bit after. What I might do, though, is I might move these cards over here because they don't really need to be on screen unless we need them. And then it saves us a bit of room. Then I can have all the things on here. Okay, let's do that. And I know someone popped in. So let me just do this. And that's just a dual reorganization. Who popped in? Slivers! Hey, thanks for coming in. Oh my God, don't apologize for being late. I just appreciate you being here. So thank you so much. And thanks again for playing Sunderfolk. I don't know if anybody played the video game Sunderfolk, but Slivers, myself, and my friend Brian have been playing, and we're having a great time. So hopefully we can stream that one soon. Okay, so now I have my trusty slingshot. Let me see if I can get in close so you actually can see the things. You know how it goes. You know. Oh, let's look here. Let's see. Boop. All right, let's see if we can do Okay. Oops, sorry. Yeek. All right, here we go. So you can see it a little bit. The lighting's a bit bright there, but yeah, then it gives you an idea of what I'm working with. So we've got a couple options now for doing some searches. All right, so let us go back to you. Okay, here we go. So now that we've done that, and this is where it's good. It's supposed to be approachable, by the way. This is why this is very, like, I'm reading it through, so when we do the next ones, we'll know how to do it, but we'll do it together. So it says gain tool slingshot AN3, so action number 3, which we just did. Okay, action numbers, currently you have 3, so we have our basic actions 1 and 2 and our slingshot, and then we use those to interact. Great. We also get now a main quest called Awakenings. So we write that in now. So our main quest goes, these are double-sided, so it actually might be on this one. No, those are side quests. We want main quest. Ah, here we go. So the quest name for this one is Awakenings. Okay, so we write Awakenings. And there's a number. I'm just going to put 1. I don't know if it needs to be there. When you gain a quest, write the quest name. Oh, and the entry number where you began the quest. So it is 1. Okay. Awakenings, and then write 1 to the right. Okay, it tells you. And then we are going to turn to M07 in the scene book. So anything that starts with M is usually a location, if I'm not mistaken. So we don't need these yet. So let's keep that there. So now we're going to go to the scene book. All right, here we go. So this is M7. I think one of the barriers to these games is they make them complicated. So I think they were trying to avoid that. M7. Here we go. Ooh. All right, so let's see if maybe I can make this a little closer. Okay, again, my apologies. It's not going to be super amazing, but it'll give us some close up there. Okay, so scene pass. Pass to other scenes are identified or indicated by the letter M followed by a 2-digit number. So that might be hard to see, but it does actually say M08. So that will take us to that location. Then we have points of interest. Again, this is even, I'm struggling to see this. Ooh. But there's any 2-digit number that is not inside a speech bubble and not next to the letter M is considered a point of interest. So this is something where we can use our little eye basic action and take a look closer. And when entering a scene, always check for a special rules box like this one down at the bottom and follow the instructions before doing anything in the scene. See, I love this. It's like foolproof. It's like tells us what we need to know. I'm here for it. Okay. So we are in Rennie's bedroom / the hallway, but first thing we do is we have to read entry 508. So now we're going to come back to our book. I'm just going to leave it here because this is where we're going to be focusing on. And we're going to go to entry 508. So I will pull that up and see what is making all that scratch, scratch, scratch noise. All right. 508. Okay, so it does let us know we shouldn't be peeking ahead, only have the scene that we're looking at open. It's going to be dark up in the attic, so I need to find a light source before I go up there. I bet there's something in the storage closet under the stairs in the hallway. So maybe over here. So it goes into say basic actions. There are 2 action numbers already provided on your player log, represented by the eye and the hand. These can be used to interact with POIs, points of interest, NPCs, non-playable characters, and encounters, as shown on their section title. So point of interest are combined. We use the action number with the number on the scene, and then we read that entry. And we want to investigate first before we go guns a-blazing with our fists. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward. So it says to investigate the closet, we're going to combine AN1, which is our I, action number 1, with the POI number, which is really hard to read, but it says 46, which gives us 146. So now that's the entry we're going to read. Does that make sense? Hopefully, if not, please let me know. Because I do also want to let people know how to play it as well. So 146. Okay, here we go. The door to the storage closet is dusty and covered in cobwebs. Clear evidence Rennie has been slacking on her chores. I feel this. So when interacting with points of interest, the hand icon often represents simply touching the object. So we just looked. Now it's telling us to touch. So here, if you want to attempt to open the closet door, combine A and 2, which is that hand symbol, with the POI number 46, and we read 246. Oh, okay. We got to go. There's not even a choice. We're just doing it. We're doing it. 246. Okay, come on, girl. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh, I'm really excited to see what we find in here. The door creaks open, and inside the small storage closet is a mix of cleaning supplies, currently covered in cobwebs. Okay. An old lantern hangs on a hook just inside the closet. This lantern should work. Oh, I see we get a lantern. Hey, James, thanks for popping in. Good to see you. We're just getting into the story. I was just giving everybody a how to play kind of tutorial, like a bit before we get into the game. So you came at a good time. Hopefully you're doing well. Okay, so it says some entries will offer choices that are represented by certain marks. You don't need to worry about that. Some of them are optional. Okay, do not follow instructions until you can do all of them. Okay, we got it. So we have an entry here now that has this symbol that we were talking about. So it's considered optional. Yes, so we can clean the closet, and then if we have the keyword never, we would read an entry. We don't. We can just take the lantern, which seems like a good idea to me, which will now give us another number that we can use to investigate, and then we go to read something. So, James, can I come out of the closet? I mean, did we not go? I mean, isn't that a thing that happened? No, maybe? Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm just gonna come out to the main part here, and then we'll come close again. So now we've gained a tool, and so it has the number 5, and we've gained the lantern. Okay, and now we're going to read 508.1. So let's go back to our close up. And let's go read 508.1. Here we go. 508.1. Here we go. I've got a light source, so I'm ready to head upstairs to the attic and teach this dragon some manners. So now it's telling us to move to scene M08. So that's going to be the next page here. There's no cost to move between those scenes, so we can just go there. All right, so M08. Okay. M08, here we go. Okay, again, it's a little dark. We're gonna try our best to, might have to get real close to get those numbers. So when a special rules box says to place an encounter, okay, so we have to read this. First time you enter this scene, place encounter M. So we gotta go into our encounter deck and find M. James, you didn't realize it was a TTRPG? It's more of a narrative, kind of choose your own adventure game. Someone may correct me in the chat. I guess I would say more of a narrative choose your own adventure. I mean, I guess maybe under RPG. I don't know. Loosely. So, but valid. Okay, so I am encounter M. And we'll see what that's about, because we've just got an encounter card, which we didn't have before. And oh dear. That can't be good. Although I should have known when it said to take an encounter card that, I don't know, an encounter would happen. So this is biting bats, and it says resolve this encounter before interacting with anything else in your scene or move to a different scene. So we're just gonna put our little bat friends, actually we'll put them down here. Yeesh. But it does tell us that we have to read 508.2. So looks like we're gonna have to take care of some bats. All right, here we go. So 508.2, again, it's just walking us through it. So thank you for your patience. Certain encounters, like the biting bats, feature a 2-digit number on their card. In our case here, it's 42, which can be interacted with using any of our action numbers. So we can use our slingshot, we can use our lantern, we can use our kind of insight, the eyeball that we had. So, Railing Kill. Well, thank you for the follow. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And hopefully we'll have some decisions for you all to contribute to, because with a name like Railing Kill, I feel like you're going to help me take care of these biting bats. Hopefully, no pressure. So thanks so much for the follow. Okay, so we can interact with our action numbers we've determined. Encounters can be dangerous. Ooh, so consider your interactions carefully. Well, that we shall do. And there might be some bonuses. Okay, so it says, for example, consider using your lantern on the bats in this particular case. So it'll tell us to combine action number 5, which is our lantern from this sheet here. Okay, lantern. And with 42, and then we would read entry 542. Railing Kill, sadly, no help. The name is a B-movie reference. Oh, even better. Is it horror related? And if it is, I'm very embarrassed because I do enjoy horror movies, but I've been a little slacky on those. So very cool name altogether. But now I need to know the reference. If you feel comfortable sharing, no pressure at all. Okay, so let us go to 542. We're going to use our lantern. Apparently, they're going to tell us what to do for the first little bit here. We're going to use our lantern on the bats. So let's go to entry 542. 542. There we go. All right. The sudden light seemed to disorientate the bats. They screech and try to cling to the walls and ceiling, their beady little eyes squinting against the light. Ooh, gain an advantage card for the encounter. I mean, I'm about that life. So we, in fact, get an advantage card. So I will pop that over here, but for now, our purposes, I'll just leave it here for now, but I will put it aside so we know what we're doing. So for those who are not familiar with advantage, when you gain advantage, retrieve an advantage card, which we just did, and place it next to the encounter. So technically, I guess it's supposed to go like this. The rules for advantage are detailed on the card. Okay, so it says, discard this card to re-roll up to 3 dice during an interaction with the encounter you have advantage against. Okay, that's cool. So gives us an extra little zip. I'm not mad at it. Railing Kill, name is from Mystery Science Theater 3000. The episode featuring the movie Space Mutiny, they count the number of overacted railing kills. Oh my gosh, I'm learning something new. That is actually very cool. Mystery Science Theater 3000. Why does the movie Space Mutiny 100% sounds super familiar? I'm trying to think of who starred in it. I'm going to have to look this up now. It's going to bother me. So thank you for sharing though. I really appreciate it. Micah, hello. Good timing. We're just getting into our story, showing us how to run the scenes. Very cool. Okay, I love this. Now I've got something else to look up later. I'm serious. I will look it up. So the next time I'm on stream, you can ask me about it because I'm going to do it. Okay, so we have done the things. We have disorientated the bats, I guess. And we have advantage going forward. But the bats are still there. So we haven't fully dealt with them. I don't know. I don't feel right about using a slingshot on the bats. Can we just like run through the bats to get to our thing? Dag nabbit. But we got to deal with the bats at this point. If we don't, we can't do anything else. So, but we do have advantage if we need to roll dice if it comes to that. So I'm just going to throw that back over here so we know we have it. Yeah. Okay. So we've used our lantern. Cool. We could also... Gosh, slingshotting them seems so mean. Do I want to do that? I feel like that's a bad idea. Is that not going to make it worse? I mean, what do I know? Well, yeah. Okay. Ooh. Or should I just look around? No, I might die if I do that. Okay. Okay. Let's. I'm sorry in advance, everybody. I think we might have to use the slingshot to disperse the bats further. Okay, here we go. So we used the lantern. It didn't say that this encounter is completely gone. So I don't think it's resolved. Yeah, next to the encounter. Okay, here we go. So let's go to using our slingshot. We're going to go to 3 and then 42 because we're still resolving this scenario. So 3 is the slingshot, 42 is the biting bat. So let's see what say you. 342, 342. Okay, looks like we're rolling some dice. Rolling dice, it says. Some interactions require rolling dice, like the one below. Roll all 3 green or purple dice simultaneously. Well, I guess we're doing this. Here we go. Each die showing a value equal to or higher than the number in parentheses, in this case 4, is considered a success. You may need more than 1 success for some results. So in our case, it says right in the book, kind of hard to see a little bit there. Roll 3 dice. Each 4+ is a success. Blah, blah. Words. All right, here we go. Okay, we do have advantage, but I don't want to use it yet. Dice, I'm out. Well, James, come on. If it's like any kind of RPG-esque thing, narration, you need some dice. Okay, that's really bad. So I'll show you what I rolled. So you're not like, is she cheating? There we go. Yeah, it's real bad. I rolled a 4, a 1, and a 2. And what did we say we needed? Oh, that's right. We needed 4+. Oh, gosh. Okay, but it does say, if at least 1 success, the pebble strikes one of the bats, which squeals, causing the swarm to disperse. Oh, gosh. So we gain ingredients, and the encounter is resolved. Okay. I didn't like that we had to hurt the bats, but bats are cute, by the way. Anybody who says otherwise, bats are adorable. Okay, so we need to gain ingredients, so I get droppings times 1. Where are my ingredients here? They might be on the other side. No, those are side quests. Spells might be on this side. Ingredients. So we get, what did I say? Droppings. Okay, those could come in handy, and I get 1 of those. So we put it and then fill in a little dot there. Excellent. What else do we get? And then the encounter is resolved. So put that back in the little deck here. See, it's not so bad. Although I think what's going to get me is not being able to see these numbers in this book. That might do me in. Okay, so we did that. That's a thing. All right, so now that we've done the encounter, we can actually investigate the room. So I will zoom in, but lordy, it is rough go out here. Like, I'm struggling. But we can now interact with the room. So on the chest here, this is a 47. Although I'm scared. Is it a mimic? Is it going to try and kill me? Like other things will in this game. Let me see if I can pull it up a bit closer here because I'm struggling. So we've got 47 there. Sorry, I gotta get nice and close because I can't see a thing. What else is there? Dang, this is rough. This is where I need to just like post the picture online. So yeah, I can only see 47, but if someone's watching this on a big screen, good luck. So we can just try 47. That might be the only, did it come with a magnifying glass? You know what? I might have to get one for this. That's small. And my glasses are thick. All right, let me just take another peek. And then while I'm doing that, if somebody sees something that I missed, by all means. Okay, so I'm going to look 47. So I can't just look up 47. I have to determine what am I going to do with that. So I can use my eyeball, which is a 1. So we would use it to 147. So we're going to look and see what's happening. So let's spin over to 147. Hopefully there's works. Okay, 147. Okay, here we go. The trunk is old and worn. The fabric covering is frayed and ripped in several places, revealing rough, cracked wood underneath. A metal clasp, far too damaged to serve its original purpose, hangs loose from the lid. Okay, so we just looked. We did a look-see. It worked out. So now I think we're going to use the hand. So one little hand action there to see what's inside the chest. Ooh, hopefully is not evil. So now we go to the chest number is 47, and we're going to use the 2 action. So 247. See, it's pretty straightforward. All right, let's see. 247. Oh boy. Okay, this is, I think something's going to happen. Here we go. Here we go. James, if only I could find the TV remote. Okay, well, I'm reading the story. If anybody can get in there deep into the photo, please make it bigger. And if you see any numbers, anything, let me know. Okay, 247. As soon as Rennie touches the lid of the trunk, a shadow darts out from behind it, startling her. She looks around the room and spots a pair of big yellow eyes watching her from a dark corner. She holds out the lantern, then relaxes. Oh, you're just a cat. You must have been hiding from those bats, poor thing. What are you doing up here? Gran doesn't like animals inside, but she doesn't come up here, so I guess you're all right. The cat doesn't react, so Rennie shrugs, then turns her attention back to the trunk. The lid of the trunk opens with a creak. Inside is an old pointy witch hat with several patches sewn in. Rennie pulls it out and gives it a few smacks to knock the dust away and then sets it on her head. Oh, look at me! I'm a witch! I bet Gran would love this. She was always on about me trying to get into the spirit. Something hard hits the top of Rennie's head. She reaches up to grab the offending object, which turns out to be a thin necklace with a golden crescent-shaped amulet on the end. Odd place to hide jewelry, she says, rubbing her head. The cat moves closer, looking up at the object in her hands, curiously. Want to play? Rennie dangles the amulet, letting it swing over the cat's head, which flicks back and forth, following the motion. A sharp voice suddenly rings out. Excuse me, I'm not a cat toy. I insist you put me down at once. Startled, Rennie looks down at the cat. Was that? No, it wasn't the cat. It was me. Rennie looks around but sees no one. In your hand. She looks down at the dangling amulet, which now looks like a small golden mouth, and it's moving. Now put me back where you found me. I am not a plaything. Plaything? I'm not a child. You're awfully rude for a piece of jewelry, you know. And wait, why can you talk? I can talk because I'm a powerful magical relic, one not meant for you, a child, to wear. Now for the last time, put me back. Then it adds in a mocking tone, please. You know, I think you'd look quite nice on me. Don't you dare, I'm warning you. Rennie slides the chain around her neck and takes the amulet in her hand. I know, seems like I was meant. Now you've done it. The amulet suddenly becomes ice cold and glows with a pulsing green light. What are you doing? Rennie says, panic creeping into her voice. With a soft pop, an old wrinkled sheet of parchment appears in the air, hovering in front of Rennie's face. Words appear on the page in shimmering black ink. By selecting a creature as your familiar and voluntarily placing the amulet on, you have hereby accepted the binding terms of the awakening ritual. Congratulations, young witch. Enjoy your future here on the island of Coven Cove. The ink fades, and with another pop, the parchment vanishes. Rennie reaches for the necklace to pull it off, but it won't come free from around the neck. That won't work. I tried to warn you, the amulet calls out. What just happened? What did that mean? The binding terms? And why can't I take this stupid thing off? The amulet snorts. You can't read? You are now a witch, and witches are bound to the island. This isn't a funny joke. How do I take this off? I told you, you can't. We are now stuck together. You, me, and that little furball. Just my luck. Well, I'll be going now. Bye. The amulet becomes warm and the glow fades as it returns to being a simple piece of metal. No, wait! Rennie shakes and taps the amulet, but it remains silent. She takes a deep breath and attempts to take the necklace off again, but it does not come free. The cat meows and Rennie follows the sound to see the cat sitting on the windowsill looking out into the street below. It's then she hears the sounds coming from outside. Shaking her head, she walks over to the window, looking out. She is surprised to see a group of people in the square below, pointing at something she can't see. Through the racket of voices, she can only make out a single word. Witch. That can't be good. She looks down at the amulet and sighs. So much for staying out of trouble, she groans. I'm going back to bed. Maybe I'll fall down the stairs and wake up. This has to be a dream after all. The cat meows and hops down from the sill. Rennie shakes her head. Sorry, you can't come. I told you, Gran doesn't like animals inside. The cat rubs against her leg and purrs. All right, fine. Just keep quiet, Rennie whispers. Back in her room, Rennie flops down on her bed, and her new feline follower leaps up to curl up next to her. Rennie's mind races, but a wave of exhaustion consumes her, and she falls fast asleep. So, now it's telling us we have to write in a name for your familiar into your player log. This is optional, but I think it's fun. So, if you want, no pressure, what should we name our familiar? Now, there are stickers that we can change our familiar picture to, but I like a black cat. So it's a little hard to see, but there's our familiar. What should we name our familiar? I know people are probably thinking like Midnight. That seems like one. I had a friend who had a black cat named Bear. But, I don't know. What should our, like Eclipse maybe? Or is that like a little too much? I don't know. I always like to discuss. Let me see. I'm leaning towards Eclipse or like, I had one. Something to do with the moon, maybe. I don't know. Is that too cliche? Okay, well, somebody has an idea. Feel free to throw it in there. I will temporarily put something to keep us going. So I just threw an Eclipse for now. We'll see. Game Redis guy. Hey, it's been a hot minute. How are you? Thanks for popping in. Oh, there it is. I was waiting for that. It has been a while, clearly. But thanks for coming in. We're just getting our story starting. So right now we've our name is Rennie. We've just found our familiar, a cat. Oh, you too, James. Okay. And I've named the cat Eclipse or familiar, but I'm open to other suggestions. And we're at our grandmother's house and we've discovered a trunk that's full of a talking amulet. There's a witch's hat. There were bats that we've had to take care of, so that's as far as we've gotten thus far. Okay, so we picked a name for our familiar, a Cassie cat. I hope not. And we get to choose and place a sticker, which we're not going to do. We're just going to stick with this one, but there are a bunch of stickers that you could use to put there. Oh, yes, that's right. Sorry, and James is right. We are also trapped on an island, so that's important to know. And it kind of sounds like that show that I've been watching on Apple TV. What is it called? Widow Cove, Anyway, it's really good if you haven't watched it. Okay, choose and place a sticker. We talked about that. Mark main quest Awakenings as complete. Okay, so we completed our first quest. And I think if anything, that was just a kind of tutorial thing. Yeah, James, I think you'll really enjoy it. And then read 10. So this begins our next main quest. Okay, we're moving. So, okay. Nox, is this my gaming pal that's on there? Thanks for joining us. Nox, Nova, Umbra. Ooh, I like those too. Too many options. You gotta pick one. Pick one. Okay, I'm gonna erase the one I had. That was just a filler. Okay, which one do you like better? Which one do you like better? Nox, Nova, Umbra. Go. Anybody can agree, disagree, or if you want to just pick one, I'm good with it. And then we're gonna swing to the next entry. I know it takes a minute. It's a bit of a delay. All right, you all think about it. Nova? Okay, Nova, we're doing it. Nova's good. I like that name. So funny that I'm playing this game with cats. I have dogs. You like Nova too? Okay, love it. Amazing. All right, so now we're going to read 10, which begins our next main quest. So you can see this is pretty easy to get into if you're unsure. I'm not huge on a lot of rules, so this is great. Okay, so at 10, it says to restore hearts to full. We didn't lose any hearts, so we're still at 5. Ooh, we get 5 magic, though. All right, so gain 5 magic. Woohoo! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sweet. I mean, I'm not mad at that. James, you're cuddling Bo. He's eating a bone. Aw. Doggies are so cute. Cats too. You're flying on Wednesday. Oh my goodness. Hopefully you're going somewhere fun. Game Rightus Guy, you recently completed your Kinfire Delve collection with the other two apart from Score and Stockade. Also excited to finally hear about the Titanium Court in your recent podcast episode. Yes, exciting stuff. You played through. That's great. Did I play? Yeah, I played them all, but I'd like to do more, so we'll see how it goes. So, very cool. I would love to know what your thoughts are on the whole, now that you've finished it. Okay, here we go. We're going to continue our story. The next morning, Rennie wakes with a start. She was just having the strangest dream. A talking piece of jewelry told her she was stuck on the island forever. She rubs the morning haze from her eyes and is startled to see a small cat curled up at the foot of her bed. Realization dawns. Her eyes widen and she looks down. There, around her neck, the thin necklace hangs, the golden amulet resting against her chest. Guess it wasn't a dream. She tries urgently to pull it off, but it does not come free. Fuzzy images drift through her mind as she tries to remember. A few moments pass, and with them, the last of her sleepiness fades. She looks at the cat, who stares back. Last night wasn't a dream. Okay, relax, Rennie. Maybe this is fixable. Yeah, of course it is. Gran will know. Downstairs, she finds Gran in the kitchen, surrounded by trays of delicious-smelling baked goods. There you are, Pebble. You must have had a long night. That dragon really took it out of you, didn't it? No, Gran. I have to tell you something. Rennie recalls everything that she can remember from the night before. Gran listens to her story with a smile set on her wrinkled face. Once finished, Gran takes Rennie's hands in her own, grinning. I knew it. I just knew it. Knew what? Gran points to the window. All the commotion outside last night. Mrs. Blabs came in this morning and went on about how the statue lit up last night. Quite a spectacle, I understand. What did that have to do with me? Rennie asked, confused. Well, Pebble, that statue hasn't held a flame in over a century since the very last witch passed away. It's a magical flame that burns bright, even in the day, kept alive by the very presence of a witch on the island. The appearance of that flame, along with what you just told me, seems to confirm things a bit, eh? Gran says with a wink. But I'm not a witch. I can't be a witch just because I put on a silly necklace. The magical statue outside seems to disagree. Gran chuckles. This isn't funny, Gran. The amulet said something about being bound to the island. I can't be stuck here forever. No offense. I'm supposed to be an adventurer, travel the world, and go on quests. I can hardly do that if I can't leave. What are Mom and Dad going to say? I think it's rather neat. My granddaughter, the first witch in over a century. As for your parents, I suppose I should write to them. But if I know your father, he'll be more excited than me. Rennie frowns. Are you done, Gran? I need help. I know nothing about this stuff. There's got to be a way to undo this. Yes, of course, dear. Maybe you ought to head to the bookshop. I need to learn what I can about this amulet. Gran thinks the bookshop is a good place to start. So we gain main quest mentors. Let's write that down. Mentors. And that was in 10. And we're going to scene M09. Okay. Look at us go. So I guess we're going to the bookstore. So I'll get in nice and close. Oh, wait, that's the bakery. Is that where we're going? Yes, we're going to the bakery. M09. There we go. Okay. Just going to move this because I don't think we're going to get to followers today. So let's just leave that where it is. Okay. Let's see. So Game Rights Guy, you haven't played through all of them, but you won Cal's Slab after 2 games. Easier than Score and Stockade? 100%. Yeah, some of them are wild, but I'm glad you had fun with them. That's great. It makes me feel better about suggesting them. Okay, so now we are at the bakery, and it says, the first time you enter this scene, read entry 508.4. So you can see there's a lot of reading, but I mean, I like to do the reading part, hence the reason it's solo. You can play this game with somebody else as well, so, but I don't mind. Okay, here we go. I should see if Gran has anything else to say before I head to the bookshop. So... let's see. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, so now we're going to have some characters in this scene. It might be a little hard to see, but you'll see there's like a little speech bubble there. So we'll be able to interact with this NPC here. Again, by using our numbers that we had before in our sheet. So we can use the eye, which is kind of looking at them to see what they're about. And then obviously we don't want to slingshot them, so we're probably not going to use that. We'll stick to the basic actions. And it says in this case, the little hand action we had talked about serves as a general greeting. And then to greet this character, we can read entry 212. So we can do a little eye search thing first, but I think they're kind of telling us to greet the person, which I think makes sense. We don't want to walk in there and be rude. So let's see what they have to say. So we'll go to 212. All right. So for those who jumped in, 12 is the NPC number and 2 is the basic action that we're using right there. Ooh, a nice win on the slots. All right, so what did I just say here? 212. Here we go. 212. Here we go. Hello, Pebble. Need anything? So our option here is, can I have a muffin? But it does say if you have keyword freebie, then we would read something. We don't, so we cannot do this optional action. So, need anything? Of course, just a sorry, hold on. Otherwise, of course, just a few though. I'd hate for you to spoil your dinner, Gran chuckles. So, let's see. So that was in response to, can I have a muffin? So now we gain the keyword freebie. Tag nabbit. It's after the fact. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's go here. So now we're going to keywords, go... those requests. Here we go. Keyword is freebie. Okay, so we take note of that there. So if that comes up, we have that keyword. Good. Okay. And then it says we gain a gift. Ooh, we get a muffin? Yes. So gifts go here, and these can be used to interact with points of interest, NPCs, and encounters. So we get a muffin. It's number 7. Do you know the Muffin Man? And we get, we get 2 muffins. Hey-oh. Delish. All right. Sweet. All right. What else is there? Oh, that's it. Okay, so that's obviously clearly Gran in the shop. Yeah, sorry, Gamer I just got. Yeah, sorry, you jumped in a little bit later. So yeah, just to do a quick recap for you. And back to behaving. Okay, so in addition to, let me see if I can pull up a little closer here. In addition to these 2 kind of basic actions, we've also received a slingshot, a lantern, so we can use these numbers as well. And now we have a muffin to add to our little mix there. So you can gain different ways of interacting with the NPCs in the scene as well. All right, good. So let's get a little close up on this shot here because I'm gonna need your eyes because lordy. So we spoke to the NPC. If we go out here, you'll see M01. Maybe you can see it. That's just gonna take us to that location. We're looking for other numbers in the scene that we can interact with. I'll be honest, I find this probably the one thing about this game that I'm struggling with is to find these numbers. So I gotta pull it up. I'm sorry. I just can't see. Ooh, I see something. It's really hard to see, but in the fireplace, there's a 48. Can anybody else see that? I had to pull it up real close. So I don't even know. Can you see that? I think it says 48. Yeah. Let me know if there's anything else there that you can see. But yeah, let's jump over to 48. So now we have to choose how to interact with it. So we can just kind of see with our little eye. So I can go to 148 because that's what the eye is. Let's do that. I say let's look first before we start touching things. So let's try 148. And Sharon, if you're still in the chat, will I see you tomorrow? I think we're doing Dwarf Romantic game night. Okay, here we go. 148. The old sturdy stone oven has seen its share of use, having baked countless muffins to perfection. Baked on bits of dough and flour coat the inside of the arched opening. Heat emanates from within, carrying the aroma of Grand's delicious baked goods. If we have main quest secrets, we do a thing. We do not have secrets, so we won't be doing a thing. Ah, good. We will definitely see you tomorrow then. You can't see anything. Your eyes do not help see the numbers. Okay, I'm sitting right here and my glasses, like I'm just got new glasses and I have to put the book right up to my face. That's my only thing with this. I know they're trying to make us so you have to look, but it's really hard to see. I'm not young either, so, you know, just saying. All right, so it just told us what was in the oven. Now we can use our little hand action to see, you know, actually like touch and see. If it doesn't exist, it doesn't exist. It doesn't hurt to check. So let's look at 248. So let's see what it says. Maybe there's something hiding in there that we can use. 248. Oh, okay. So it says, actually, that's interesting. Do we have any ingredients? The reason I'm asking is because we do have ingredients. So we have droppings on our ingredient sheet. So for those who we have droppings. It says, you may discard any quantity of ingredients from your inventory to gain an equivalent amount of ash. So, which would be an ingredient. So we could do that. I don't know if ash is useful to us though. Do we think ash is good? I'm trying to think where ash would be useful. Would mind you, are droppings particularly useful? I don't think so, but maybe. I mean, could they be used for something else? Or I could just put one of the droppings in and make one ash ingredient for later. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Unless someone tells me otherwise, let's do that. So we are allowed to do that. So let's see. Oh no, we only have one droppings. Oh, I'm so wrong about that. Eclectic Camel must be in the chat because I see some explosions happening. Okay, well, if I do that, then putting the droppings will be gone, but it does get us ash. I don't know how, I'm failing to see how ash is going to help us, but... Thanks for that. Yeah, I walked right into that one. Okay, I'm gonna stop saying that word. Do you think I should make ashes? I don't know. I need someone to make a decision here for me. I'm so stuck. Hello, David. Thanks for popping in. Literally dropping in. Okay, so... I mean, we can always go back. Explosions. Okay, let's, instead of droppings, well, maybe the droppings could be used. Oh, that's right. You weren't here, Game Artist, guys. So the droppings are from our encounter with bats. So, yes, that's what we have. That's what we received when we kind of slingshotted them and said, go away. So guano, that is correct. But they call it droppings, okay? I'm just using the wording they used. So I'm debating because we can use ash, but I don't, again, none of these things mean anything to me right now, or I can just use the droppings. We can always come back. You know what? We can always come back. So let's just leave it alone, and we can always come back because at least we know that's a thing that we can do. Okay, so I got to pull this book up because I can't see anything. And let's see, are there any other numbers here? I don't see anything else. I swear I'll like find something later, I'm sure. I just see another location. So let's go to, let's just go to M01. I can't really see anything else. So that's just going to take us back to the beginning. Okay. M01. Okay, here we go. So now we're in the bustling courtyard. So this has a few NPCs and stuff that we can talk to. There are also other locations. So we have M09. M03 looks like it takes us down another street. There's a little tunnel here. I'm sure there are numbers there. M16. Yeah, so lots happening on this page. So now we can talk to other NPCs, or we could possibly go into a location. Now, remembering our main quest is called Mentors. So talking to people is good. Also visiting locations. Oh, we had to go to, where did Grandma say we had to go? Bookshop. We have to go to the bookshop. So I'm a side quester kind of gal, so I just like to talk to everybody, but maybe we should go to the bookshop. Okay. That's the bakery. So we just came out of that. I don't really see a bookshop here. I mean, this could be a bookshop. It doesn't look very bookish. Oh, my hand coming from the side freaked you out. Sorry. It's because it's so close. It's the only way you're going to see this book. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to freak you out. Okay, let's go down the side street here. M03. So let's go and see what's happening there. M03. Okay, so this is a shop-lined street. So that's a thing. Okay. I don't feel like do any of these. Well, this no. Oh wait, there are books on the front. This could be the bookstore. Okay, let's go into M15. I feel like this could be our bookstore. Let's go. So we just crawl our little way in there. So M15. And now remember, keep a lookout for numbers and stuff. Okay. It's kind of dry in this store. Eeh. Okay. Well, we shouldn't be rude. We should greet the person in the store before we start poking around. So 27, and we want to use the hand action for that. So it's going to be 227. Let's give her. All right, let's see here. 227. Okay. Hi, welcome to the Grinning Grimoire. I'm Tanya, and over there is my daughter, Mally. Hello, I'm Rennie. You have a lovely shop. Oh, thank you. So sweet of you. Looking for anything in particular today? So we have choices here. We can ask any books on becoming a witch, or tell me about your shop. I feel like I shouldn't be rude. I should entertain a little bit, like, ask questions. So maybe I'm gonna ask about the shop. This might help us later. So I know some people don't like the backstory. I need a little bit. Okay. Gladly, this shop has been in my family for many generations, actually. My great-great-great-great-great-grandmother was quite famous for creating the very first magical spell book. Well, give or take a great or two. Hard to get straight sometimes, Tanya giggles. Anyway, my daughter and I run the shop together, though she spends most of her time playing with her new kitten. My son Maverick helps out sometimes, but he has a passion for the news. You've probably seen him out in the square. He works with Bailey. Just then, Mally groans. Ugh, Mom, she asked about the shop. Tanya giggles again. All right. Well, if you haven't heard, our shop and the quill shop down the way have been at odds ever since opening up. Our two families have despised each other and, before you ask, I don't have the slightest clues why. Oh, that's unfortunate, Rennie says. Tanya shrugs. I don't concern myself with it too much. I've got plenty to occupy my mind. There's a sudden bang from somewhere in the back of the shop. Tanya sighs. Mally, did you stack those boxes neatly like I asked? Okay, so that just gave us a little bit about the shop. We can also ask any books on becoming a witch. So, might as well at this point. So, we're going to read entry 50. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Here we go. Exciting, isn't it? We have a proper witch among us now. I've had quite a few folks come in here looking for the very thing you are. Sadly, the books I have which speak on the matter are just children's stories. As far as I know, becoming a witch. The bell above the front door rings and Rennie turns around to see who entered. A young girl steps into the shop, but when she notices Rennie, turns quickly and walks back out. Rennie turns back to Tanya confused. Did I do something wrong? Oh no, dear. That was Sessa. She visits here often, but I'm afraid she is rather shy. Bye, Raven Kill. Thank you so much for popping in. Aw, thank you. Looking forward to more. Okay, that has made me excited to continue, and thank you for the subscription with the Prime Gaming. Yay! So hopefully next time we'll have a fun addition to our story. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Okay. Oh no, dear. That was Sessa. She visits here often, but I'm afraid she is rather shy. My daughter Mally has tried to talk to her, but Sessa seems to prefer the company of books rather than people. A sweet girl, though, and bright. So, in fact, I dare say she knows more about witches than most. Really? Rennie asked, trying not to seem too overly interested. The girl mopping the floor stops and picks up the orange kitten at her feet. I've seen her hanging out with the other little kids in the village. There's one boy, I think his name is Garen, who's always hanging out in the cemetery for some reason. They're both weird. Tanya frowns at her daughter. Be nice, Mally, and you'll never get this floor finished if you don't stop getting so distracted. Speaking of, I'm sorry, dear. What were you looking for again? Oh, it's all right. I've got some stuff to do, so I'll come back later. Thank you for your help. So now it says, I need to find Sessa. Maybe she can help. So we've now gained a prompt, and the prompt is called Sessa, AN23. So now we go to the prompts. Ooh, a little bug there. And just so you can see, we have a section called prompts. So I'm going to write it in here, 23, Sessa. So 23, Sessa. Okay, so that's another thing that we can use. Yeah. When we're talking to people. And yes, sorry, Raven Killer, just saw that. Have a wonderful evening. Okay, well, that was the thing. I think we've exhausted our options. We got a prompt. That's fun. I didn't really see any other numbers on this scene, but let me just take a look. Oh my gosh, there's like a little bug on here that's like really wants to be a part of the scene here. I'm trying to get rid of it. Okay, let me just take another quick peek and see if there are any numbers we missed. It's the only thing with this, it's really hard to see the numbers. I don't see anything else. We can revisit it, but right now it looks like we got to find Sessa. So let's go back to M03. M03. Okay. All right. So, oops, that's 1. 3. We want 3. There we go. Okay, so now there's some people we can talk to. I guess we can also ask about Sessa with that prompt if we want. We already went to the is that the bakery? Yeah, I think so. Or is that something else? No. Then we have the bookstore. I don't know what this is. Oh, it has cauldrons in the front, so maybe it's supplies. And then there are people in the streets we can talk to. Can't hurt. So I'm trying to see if there are any other numbers, just some street numbers and stuff. So we also know that this Garen kid is in the cemetery, so that might be somebody we also want to talk to. Okay, let's talk to this person in the street. I don't know if they'll tell us anything, but it's worth greeting them. So let's go to 17 and see. So we're using that kind of like greeting action and see what it tells us. Oh boy, 217. All right. Here we go. Okay, let's see what it says. Hi there, I'm Lucian, and this is Enki, the boy says as he gestures to the large penguin standing next to him. Oh yeah, there is a penguin. I didn't even see that. Hello, I'm Rennie. Nice to meet you. It's interesting to see a penguin here. Yeah, we get that a lot. Enki and I travel a lot, researching and studying ancient legends. This place has fascinated us for a long time. That's great. Have you found anything cool here? Well, to be honest, we aren't the most capable when it comes to roughing it. Prefer a nice, safe, and cozy bed. Enki and I. The village is really interesting, but I think the real exciting discoveries are beyond the walls. That's a bit more than we're up for. Yeah, I get that. Well, I hope you discover something interesting. Me too. See you later. Well, that's unfortunate. I mean, we made a new... I don't even know. I wouldn't say French, but we greeted this person. Great. But that told us absolutely nothing. Okay, we can pop into this store here. M13. see what's happening in there. At this point, I'm just trying to find out. I know we need to find the cemetery, but should we go to the cemetery? Ugh. I keep going into places I probably shouldn't. You know what? I'm going to not side quest like I normally do. Let's go to M06. It's another side street. I'm really trying to behave myself here. M0, what did I say? 6. Okay, so this is M06. Oh my gosh, there's so many people on this one. So this is the fragrance-filled market. So it looks like we have a few NPCs. And please, if anybody jumps out at you think we should talk to, willing to hear about that. And then we have some locations, but oh yeah, there's location here. Oh, that's a random kitty up there. I'm trying to think. We've got some stalls. Back to the main street. Ooh, there's also under the bridge we have to check as well. I forgot. Okay. So, I digress. I'm getting ahead of myself here. I don't know if we should even be talking to these people. These are not who we're looking for. I mean, I'm almost inclined to look at the shops until I find what I'm looking for, and then we can start talking to people on the streets. Because I feel like they're going to just be like the other one, have a conversation, but they're not really going to give us anything. So M14, I'm almost going to just check out and see what this location does. So yeah, so let's go to M14 and see what that's about. Oops. There we go. Okay, M14. Oh, this looks interesting. Okay, so M14 is very empty, but I do see someone here we can talk to. A little greeting. So let's go to using our little hand action there. So 219. Oh, it's the next one on here. Okay. Welcome to the Quirky Quill. I'm Kinney, and if you need anything, just let me know. I am Rennie. Your shop is lovely. Kinney smiles proudly. It is, isn't it? Good to know that some around here still have good taste. So I can say, tell me about your shop and what's for sale. Well, let's find out more about the shop. This might be somewhere we have to come back to later. But of course, I'd be glad to. My family, a long line of prestigious witches, have owned the shop for generations. My ancestor was a pioneer of the magical inks used to create some of the first spell inscriptions. We've always prided ourselves on our high standards in all we do. Sadly, the same cannot be said about some of the other establishments around here. She finishes with a curl of the lip. Oh, I think the other shops are quite nice as well. Kinney raises an eyebrow. Do you now? Might I suggest you avoid the bookstore? You just came from the bookstore. I'd hate to see your delighted view of the place spoiled. What's wrong with the bookstore? Rennie asks a bit more defensively than she intended to. Oh, nothing. Just some friendly competition is all. Kinney says, putting on a huge smile. Anyway, should you only need the best quality quills, you know where to come. Yes. Oh my gosh, I forgot, Sharon. Yes, this is the other place with the feud. Oh my, I completely forgot. It's the attitude. See, somebody was listening. Yes. Oh my God, it's a good thing we asked about the shop to figure that out. So good you're listening on this one. So let's find out what's for sale, but I think we kind of already know. Read 219.2. It's so weird that they don't even sell the same thing and have beef anyways. Yeah, like I feel like this might be like a little deeper than like products, but maybe there's something deeper that we're going to get to in a quest. I'm also curious. So what's for sale? Only the finest writing supplies money can buy. You may purchase a quill for 5 coins. Well, we can't, so we're gonna just stop reading there, because that's how the game works. If we can't complete a thing, we don't keep reading. Well, that feels like a waste of time. I mean, we did confirm the feud, thanks to Sharon remembering that. I don't really see any other numbers in here. Again, my eyes are not the best. But we're gonna go back to the streets. Into the streets! So we go back to M06. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what the cemetery is, because remember we had to do a thing with the cemetery? So from here, I'm just trying to see if there's anywhere we can go. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so it looks like we have to go back to M03 because I don't see any other areas to go to. M03. And this is where I think if you get stuck, they have like hints to help you, but I think we're doing all right. So M03 was here, but I remember on the other page, there was some like weird tunnel thing. So that's what I'm trying to find. Let's go back to M01. Okay. Oh, no, that's 2. We want 1. Okay. So this is M01. Oh, there's a number there. Oh, it's so small. M05. It's up here. I had to look deep. So I'm just putting it there so you can see it. But dang, it is small. And not even small, it's just hard to see. Anyway, M05 is where we're going to go. Man, they're really making you work for this. Woo! Okay, M05. Here we go. Oh, it's the cemetery. Thank goodness, because I'm pretty sure we had to find it, or that's where the Garen kid was. I like cemeteries, so. Oh, here we go. So, we had to do the little box. It says, if you have 5 luck when entering the scene, place encounter N. We do not have 5 luck. We have magic, but no luck. That can't be good. But that's okay, because it says if we don't have it, that's not what's happening. If you have 5 luck when entering the scene, place encounter N. We don't. You can't even see it. It's so hard to see. Like, I had to really look, because I just remember there being that tunnel. I'm like, there must be a number there. It's a struggle. So we don't do encounter N because we do not have 5 luck. Sure, that's a thing. But we do chat with our little friend here, which I'm thinking is Garen, who we've already heard about. So let's greet Garen. So 210 is where we're going to talk to this person. Hopefully something happens here, because I feel like, what are we missing? Okay, here we go. So 210. The boy grins broadly. Hey, what's up? So we got him to tell me about himself. You must be new around here. I'm Garen, the young boy says, grinning broadly. Hello, I'm Rennie. Not exactly new. I've been here before. It's been a while. Oh, cool. I'm kind of like the leader of the small kids around here. I'm also the best bug hunter on the island, maybe even in the world. Check it out. He pulls a large beetle out of his pocket, which crawls around in his hand. These are my favorites. Don't tell my mom, but sometimes I go down to the docks and sell them for bait. Okay. And then it goes, can I buy some beetles? Well, I don't have any money. So did I just go all the way to talk to this person to buy something that I can't buy? What is happening? Ugh. Take nabbit. I thought for sure we were going to find something at the cemetery, but that was not what I was hoping for. Now, I got to pull this up so we can actually see what we're doing. So let me take a closer look at the scene. Oh, hold on. I found something else. Kid gravy. This is a doozy. Okay, so there's a number in this doorway right up here. Can you see it? It's so light. Okay, so it's M19. Let's go to M19 and see what that brings us to. You know, I feel like we're going on a wild goose chase here. Oh, dang. Okay, well, looks like we found a crypt. I don't know if that's good or bad. Each time you enter the scene, place encounter M. Oh boy. Encounter. Are these bats again? They are bats, aren't they? Okay. So it's bats. Yeah, exactly. Oh no. The last time we used the light with the bats to kind of, and then we used our slingshot to zip them away. I just realized we could have asked the Garen kid about Sessa. Dang it. We'll have to go back. I forgot about that. Okay, so before we do anything, we got to take care of the bats. So I can use the lantern with the bats, which will take me to the entry that I had before, but for our purposes, sure. So 542, because we're going to use our lantern to disperse them. And it literally says, the sudden lights seem to disorientate them, and they screech, try to cling to the walls, their beady little eyes squinting against the light. So we have advantage, that's what happens. But in this particular case, we can then use our slingshot with this. So that'll be 342. And I will have to roll for this. So let's go to 342. We've dealt with bats before. This is why we're doing a thing. Okay, so unless somebody else can think of something else, the only thing we have are slingshots. Yeah, the lantern, muffins. I don't think the bats want muffins. Maybe they do. I don't know. And then we have, I think that's it, really. Yeah. Okay. We're just going to go to our go-to with our slingshot. So 342, which is going to require me to roll some dice. So I have to roll 3 dice. Let me just come back to this so we can see what I'm rolling. Okay. Hopefully I roll at least 1 success. That's all we need. What is with my rolls? Now, I do have advantage, but I won't use that yet. I don't think it's that dire. So I do have 1 success. I mean, it's better than a kick in the teeth. And if at least 1, then we gain more droppings. And then we've resolved the encounter. So, I mean, it's not the end of the world. So let's go here. Add to our droppings. Gosh, that sounds terrible. And this encounter has been resolved. See, we know how to deal with the bats going forward now. It's pretty easy. All right, so bats have been taken care of. Great. Now, let's go back here and do some investigations in the crypt. Okay, let's see here. So, I gotta pick it up so I can see what's going on. Oh, I see 1 number. It's really hard to see. There's a barrel here. You might not be able to see it, but there is a number on there, and it says 70. So we can interact with it just right away. And we can do that with our little hand. So we can go to 270, see what happens. Hopefully it's nothing terrible that comes out of that thing. Okay. With a gentle pull, Rennie tries to move one, but it refuses to yield. It's as if they are anchored to the floor, their weight or some invisible force keeping them firmly in place. Oh, for the love of Pete. Now, I do have magic, and I haven't really determined how we can use magic yet, but I'm also wondering if we're just not in a position to use magic yet. So, let's see, because we haven't really gotten to that. Magic is used to perform... Oh, we don't have any spells, so... yeah. Unfortunately not. So, magic won't be used here. All right, let's take another look to see. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm running in circles on this one. All right, let's see if there are. I'm just looking for more numbers. We found the barrel. That wasn't working. I don't have any spells to do with it. Dang, this is rough in these streets. I don't see any other numbers, but my skills of observation have failed me before. So I think we're gonna leave it. We might have to come back to it. I don't really see anything else there, so let's head back out. So M05, that was kind of a bust. I'm kind of annoyed about that. Now we can ask Garen about Sessa. I forgot. So her prompt is 23, so we can do 2310, and maybe he has some information for us, because I think this is who we should probably start looking for. So 2310, let's see here. Burp, 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 burp. And it might be nothing. There might be no entry for it, but we're gonna try. Oh, there is an entry. Haha. It says, "Hey, how do you know about Sessa? No big kids are supposed to know. I need to talk to her. It's really important. Tell me how to find her, please." He shuffles his feet in the dirt as he considers Rennie's plea. He looks around and then leans closer. "Okay, I can tell you where Sessa is, but you gotta help me with something first. Some of the big kids like to pick on me because I like bugs so much. They even took my satchel and hid it from me. It's got some important things in it, and I want it back." "So you want me to find these kids and make them give it back?" Rennie puts a hand on her slingshot and smiles at the boy. "I really don't like bullies." "No, you can't do that. They will just get mad at me and beat me up or something. I think I know where they hid it, though. Maybe you can just get it back?" I don't exactly know where it is, but I know the big kids like to hang out by the lighthouse." "All right, I'll find it. Then you got to tell me where Sessa is." "Deal." So we do gain the keyword stolen. So let's write that down on our list. Oh my goodness. feel like we're getting more things than solving. All right, so let's write here. Stolen. Okay, so we got a keyword there. And what else here? I need to figure out where the skull hat wearing kids hid Garen's satchel. So the kids have skulls on their heads. So that's something to consider while we're looking for them. So I'm going to take just a closer look in the cemetery, see if there's somewhere else we've missed, because we did find up in this tunnel here, but good gravy. I mean, I don't really see much else in here, but we may have to go elsewhere. Okay, so we're just going to go back to M01 because I don't really see much else here, and see if we can, in addition to everything else we're doing, find these kids. Oh my goodness. All right, so this is where I gotta... We also have street M02. We didn't go in here, M16, but I don't know if those buildings are going to hold anything for us. I don't know. Yeah, this is a doozy. I'm just trying to see other numbers potentially on things here. This is where a PDF would be helpful, I'll be very honest. Because then I can actually pull it up. So maybe the next time if I stream it, I'll see if I can get a PDF, because it would make this a lot easier. Yeah, the only thing I see are going into the other streets. Got the NPCs. We got another location. We went down here already. What else am I missing? Let me see if I see any kids with skulls on their hats. Yeah. This is pretty dire here. Okay, that's not great. Well, we can go down street M02 and see if we can find something there. They hang around the lighthouse, so we need to find that first. Yeah, no, exactly. I'm trying to find other locations, but yeah, no, that's exactly right. So, yeah, so this is M02. I'll let you look at it first before I try to take a peek. But yeah, definitely if we can find this lighthouse, that would be amazing. So I think that'll give us some clues. I'm also trying to see if there's any path that'll kind of take us there. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna pull this up so I can see if there are any locations we can go to. So we can go to the next street. Wow, this is... Oh, there's a barrel here with some fishing lines. I mean, I don't think it's gonna tell us what we're looking for exactly. There's also this burly person over here. So that's someone we could talk to. Okay, I'm gonna just look at this fishing hook thing down here. Hopefully it'll lead to me being able to talk to somebody. Yes, I know I'm getting distracted. I need the lighthouse, but I feel it's something I can feasibly do because I can see the numbers. So it's a location. Oh, that's the docks probably. So M51, it's this here. I think it's a location. So let's hold that then for a second. Maybe I should talk to this person here. Ugh, poop-a-loop. The fishing docks, I don't feel like that's gonna take me to the lighthouse, is it? I don't know. Why is this person guarding that door? Okay, let's talk to this person. Let's not belabor the moment here. Let's go greet this person here and see what they have to say for us. So 218. We definitely don't want to slingshot them. That would be bad. Ooh. Yeah, it's 218. Okay, here we go. Okay. Greetings, Rennie. Staying out of trouble? Hello, Captain Nogo. I'm trying to. Very good. What can I do for you? Can I go through the gate? Oh, dagnabbit. We've had to have completed main quest gates, so that's a no. Okay, so otherwise read 218.1. You know, I cannot allow that. Now run along and stay out of trouble. Dagnabbit. Okay. Well, Where else could this be? I'm trying to think. I feel like the lighthouse is probably somewhere like higher up. So maybe we need to go more north, whatever that may be. There's also this fishing location here. Maybe that could be a place we can try. I mean, it can't hurt. So this is M51. So let's just go to the location. I just want to see what it's about. M51. I mean, we might not be able to do anything, but at least we'll know what's there. Oh, wow. That's real deep in here. Oh, this is different. Okay, so this is M51. It looks like it might be like a mini game or something, because I do have side quests and mini games in here. Interesting, but I don't have bait, so I have a feeling I won't be able to do this. Choose an ingredient from your inventory to use as bait. Somehow, I don't think droppings is going to do it for us. Yeah, it's a fishing mini game. But the only ingredient that we have right now is droppings, and I don't think that's gonna work for us. But I'll read what it says. The bait you choose determines what you can catch. Okay, so it'll tell us. So yeah, I think we need bugs from the boy. Agreed, 100%. So I don't even think we should even look at this right now until we get that. So we don't have any money. We still have to find these kids. Okay, so you know what? We're doing too much here. We're doing too much, and it is a mini game. That's exactly right. Okay. We're gonna skip it. Yeah, see, bee, beetle, snail. So beetle would get us something. So we're gonna have to leave this. That makes me very sad, but we cannot do anything with that yet. Okay, sorry, hold on. Eek, where were we? Here we go. We were on at the harbor. Every good game has a fishing mini game, right? It's so true. I mean, who doesn't love that? I'm here for it. I'm gonna be excited when we get to do it. Okay, so this is where things get weird because, okay, let's go back to M01. We need to find the lighthouse. Like, as much as I want to talk to people, we're going to be talking to people forever because we need the lighthouse. So, M01 was here. The only places we can go to are M02, M03, and what the heck is that? M05, which is the cemetery. Maybe I missed something in the cemetery? Like past that? I don't know. I feel like we're missing something. M05. I'm trying not to use a clue here. I want us to try and figure it out. Okay. So this was the cemetery area. And we did go in up the stairs in here. We've already been to M01. That's really it. There's not much else here. So, and I tried to go down and see maybe these paths, but there are no numbers here. Oops, sorry. It's a bit glary. Okay. Well, this is not going to be very helpful. So let's get out of here and let's go back to M01. Okay, M01. Okay. So we went back to the cemetery. We didn't see anything. So now we have M02 and M03. Let's go to M02 and see what we can find. I feel like I'm going on a wild goose chase, but we will find something. I have faith in us. Okay. So here we just came back. So we had M01. We don't want to go there. We can't go through the door. We can't do anything fishing. There's M04. Am I missing anything else? I don't really see much else here. So I guess M04. I guess we'll do another search, and see if there's something there. This is not giving me the choices I would like, but here we are. Okay. M04. Let's give that a whirl. Oh. I guess we didn't try M04. I thought we had. M04 are perilous cliffs. I thought we had done it. Trying to get some water here. Okay. Sharon, is it the lighthouse? I thought it might be the lighthouse. It is the lighthouse, I think. Yeah. I think it is. Oh my gosh, sorry. I got very excited and then I looked at the shape of the door after you said that. And yes, I think this might be the lighthouse. Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry. Woo. That's exciting. So we can talk to... Oh, and I think we see some kids here, maybe. Let's talk to this person. So 26, we're going to greet them. So 226. Okay, this is good. This is good. Yes. Okay. Oh, you see me? Yes, sir, I do, Rennie says, confused. Well, it's just no one else does. That must mean you are a witch, yes? I am. The old ghost smiles widely. Oh, this is marvelous indeed. My name is George Knott, but you may call me George. And you are? I'm Rennie. Nice to meet you, George. The pleasure is all mine, I assure you. It's been so very long since I've spoken to someone. Tell me, young witch, have you interacted with many ghosts such as myself? I can't say that I have, no. Well, if you ever find yourself needing someone to lend an ear, I'm a superb listener and have plenty of time on my hands, he says, frowning, then turns and looks longingly out at sea. All right, I guess we should probably ask about himself. So, tell me about yourself. Right. Really? That's too kind of you. Over the next half an hour, the old ghost explains that he and his wife were captains of a ship and sailed the seas on many grand adventures. Until one fateful night, they encountered a storm that wrecked their ship. His wife was lost at sea. George searched tirelessly, but never found her. Eventually, he sought the witches of Coven Cove, hoping desperately that they would have a way to bring her back. Sadly, they did not. His ship was in great disrepair, so he agreed to run the lighthouse for a while he could afford repairs. As time went on, sadness caused George to neglect himself, and he became too frail to sail the seas. He retired on the island and eventually passed away. Once the last of the witches also passed, George was alone. That is until now, he said, smiling warmly at Rennie. Your tale is so sad. I wish I could help. That really is kind of you. I've accepted my fate, however. But can't you move on or something like that? Are you really stuck here forever? Perhaps. I suppose a part of me hopes that one day my beloved will make her way to me and we'll be together once more. No amount of time can extinguish such a flame. Well, I'll stop by when I can and we can chat. You can tell me stories of your adventures and your wife. A silvery tear glistens on the old ghost's cheek. I would love that. You are truly too kind, young witch. Gain side quest, Lamenting Light. What the heck is happening? Hey, Steve, thanks for popping in. I'm just trying to find the lighthouse and I keep getting quests. So the side quest is Lamenting Light. Oh my gosh. Okay. I mean, I love a side quest, but I'm trying to avoid them, and here we are getting more. Here we go. So, Lamenting... What did I say? Lamenting Light? What was that? Yes. Light. And it's under entry. Boop, boop, boop. 509. This is wild. I just became a therapist for a ghost. Accurate. Oh my gosh. So, Steve, I know you just jumped in. It's a solo narrative game I'm playing. It's very more choose your own adventure kind of vibe to it. I'm having a rough go. I'm trying to find the lighthouse. Just go to Duck. If it were only that easy. I'm at a loss. I don't know. In this book, the lighthouse is a struggle. Okay. I literally thought this was the lighthouse. What the garbage is this? There's nobody to talk to. This is wild. Oh, wait. There's a well. There's a well. I mean, that has nothing to do with the lighthouse. But I'm gonna see. Okay, 54. Okay, let's try and end on a good note. We need to find it. Okay, so let me check it out. Steve, well. Yeah, let's hope I don't fall down this well, because that does seem like something that I would do. But you see, these numbers are tricky. Like, look at this. Right in there. Maybe his bag is in the well. Oh, good point. Good point. Okay, let's go to 54. let's see. Come on, please be what we need. 254. I swear. Rennie tosses the old bucket down into the well to judge its depth. An echoing thud, however, reveals there isn't any water below. Well, that's trash. I was expecting a lot more than that. Now, we do have a lantern. I could use the lantern to see what's down there, maybe. Can't hurt. I'm going to do it. 554. All's well that ends well. Wow, that was terrible. No, I mean, it's actually very good, but also, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right, I'm using the lantern down the well just to see, because I can't believe there's nothing down here. So 554. So 5 for the lantern, 54 for there. The glow of the lantern reveals a crude wooden ladder has been cobbled together and stuck to the well. The ladder goes down further than the light reaches, however. Okay, we're going down the ladder. Hey, Time Roller. Thanks so much for joining. Sharon, let's hope we don't lose the lantern in the well. Yeah, it would be just my luck. But we are going down the ladder. I was going to be like, oh, we'll finish it up. No, I need to go down the ladder. Time Roller came at a good time. We're about to go down a dark well. We might not make it. We'll see. Okay, we got to go to 8. Woo, this is exciting. I'm supposed to be looking for something else, but I've gotten sidetracked as usual. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh, I hope I don't die. Okay, here we go. The air becomes damp and smells of mold as Rennie reaches the bottom. There isn't much room to move around, but somehow someone has put a small wooden chest down here. Oh. The chest doesn't have a lock, and there's a skull painted on the lid. Okay, that's not so good. Are we looking inside the chest? I haven't read the options because we're not supposed to. Are we looking in the chest? Sharon, I'm going to ask you now. Just because I'll see you on Tuesday, we can talk about it if it's bad. Oh my gosh. Open it. The kids wear skulls. Oh my gosh. Yeah, see, this is why I need you here, because I heard skulls and I was like, oh my gosh, it's going to kill us. But yes, that makes way more sense. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, if you have keyword stolen, wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, what's this? The keyword stolen. So let's just do that because we do have it. Where are we? If you have the keyword stolen, read 31. Okay, here we go. Oh boy. You don't understand. This is like we were looking so long for things. We finally found something. The inside of the trunk is cluttered with various items, jars of paint, an old worn hat with a skull painted on it, some wooden drinking mugs, a wooden mask that looks like a frog, and aha, Rennie finds a leather satchel just like the one Garen described as his own. I'll be taking this. Now I need to tell Garen the good news. So now we get the keyword satchel. Well, we got a couple things here. So we get satchel. Satchel. And we also gain the prompt news. Oh, okay. Interesting. Oh, that's probably when we go talk to him, maybe. So 22. Sorry, you won't see this. And then news. Oopsie. I could not make it so messy. Okay, so I also added it to our prompts here. So we have another thing we can use when interacting. What? This is great. Oh my gosh, that was so good. Yes. Yeah, if we die, we die. That's true. You can just restart. It is that kind of game. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So it tells us the news prompt is a great way to gain hints as well as complete quests, so make sure to use them often. Okay, so there's no reason why we shouldn't be using news if we're going somewhere and we're a little stuck. This is fantastic. Okay, so I think, should I end it or should we go? Yes, it's very useful. So should I end it here and we continue another day, or should I go talk to Garen and return his, what is it that we're returning to him? His satchel. Gosh, I love that word. Satchel. Or should we pick up the satchel returning next time? What do you think? I don't know. I'm open. I'm easy. Happy to close it and we finish off, or we finish off and then. Okay. Let's wrap up the Satchel quest line. I like it. I like it. Okay. So now we got to go back to Garen. He was, well, we got to follow here. So we got to go back down to M02. It's going to take us through a whole rigmarole. So M02. Wait, Garen was in the cemetery, right? So I think that was... I do not remember where the cemetery is. Was that on 1? I think we get to it from 1. So let's go back to 1. Yeah. And then I think he's up here, which is 5, I think. And we'll find out in a minute. Yeah. Okay. Oops. So 5. So we don't do this. We don't have luck. So now there's Garen. So now, do we go talk to him? When would I use the... Oh, yeah. So the quest line, it said something about the news prompt is to gain hints as well as complete quests. Oh, so I guess we would use it here in this particular case. So would I use 2210? I guess let's try and see what happens. So 22 for the prompt and then 10 to give it back to Garen. I mean, if it's wrong, it'll just tell us or it won't be there. Oopsie. Okay, here we go. Come on. 2210. Here we go. I have found your satchel. If you have the keyword satchel, let's just verify. I sure do. Read 3. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. I hope we get something good. I mean, some coin would be nice, but you know. That's my satchel. Thank you so much for finding it. He takes the satchel and looks inside to confirm his belongings are all accounted for. Satisfied, he leans closer, eyes darting around to ensure no one is listening. Okay, big kids aren't supposed to know, but you seem way cooler than the others, so I'll tell you. Go to the old cottage over there and say, I'm a blubberhead. Rennie crosses her arms and glares. You're messing with me. You said, no, I'm not. That's the password. It's clever, see? No big kid or grown-up is going to say something like that by accident. Oh, and you'll have to crawl through the bushes. It's fun, though. That's why being a little kid is so great. So now we gain the keyword password. All right, so let's do that. Well, they also gave us a clue, too. We got to crawl through some bushes, so that'll be the next thing. Oops, wrong thing. So we get the keyword password. No, I don't normally write in capital letters. I'm just doing it for this. I actually write in cursive. Try to be keeping it clean here. And we gain discovery card A. Ooh, okay, we get a discovery card. I've been seeing these. I have been seeing these when we're looking for locations. Sorry, that's a little close. So I have seen a few of these symbols on some of the pages. If you find one of the symbols below in your scene, you may read the corresponding entry. So I have seen at least 2 of these in scenes we have been in. I think there's one in here too. Hold the phone. Let me see. We might save it for next time, but yes, right there. It's kind of hard to see. Right in that little tree, little bugger. So that one is going to be, oh my gosh, I gotta get nice and close here. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's gonna be entry 4. So, that's right. That's where we get to crawl. Oh my gosh, don't you love it? Like right when we get to the end, like things are picking up and I'm like, oh, well, I have to work tomorrow. So I have to end it here. Oh my gosh, that was so fun though. Thanks everybody for sticking around. Let me swing back to the other screen. I'm actually really sad that I'm gonna find out what happens, but okay. But also being a good adult is going to be responsible and going to bed when you're supposed to. Okay. Okay, that was fun. I was worried. I always get worried about doing these kinds of things because it's not always exciting for everybody. I mean, I like reading it, and I'm a teacher by trade, so I like reading voices and making it fun. And Sharon, thanks for helping out, and everybody else just kind of hanging out while I played through it. I really appreciate it. But you can see the system's like super easy. I mean, I'm a terrible solo player. And I was able to figure it out. Although, Sharon, now you need to be on all the streams, so you can help me because I can't see. It's a fun interpretation of a point-and-click game. That's exactly what it is. And I mean, a lot of us in this chat are probably close to my age, so we played a lot of those types of games growing up. I'm about it. And I play RPGs solo. With groups, it's harder, obviously, but I try to do them as much as I can. But I like this sort of thing. It's just a nice break from some of the other things. So, yeah. So I'm willing to continue the story. I don't know if anybody else is interested, and that's okay. We do other games on the channel as well. I have a couple video games. Nothing too wild, but that I'll be playing because, yeah, want to share those with all of you. So I think I'll probably try and do a stream this week for that as well. But if y'all are interested in seeing more of the story, like I'm 100% more than happy to keep playing it. If not, Sharon, you and I can pick it up at game night or something with the guys and play a few rounds. But I think playing it on stream would be totally fun. But love to have anybody else to check it out. So this week I'm playing Dwarf Romantic. They sent me a code, very transparent about that, to try the new, there's like a new setting. And then there's another game, it's like a chess related game. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. Gambarino. It's on Steam, and it's another kind of chess. I don't know if it's like a roguelike game, but that's another one that I'll be playing this week or next week as well, just to talk about that. And that I also received a code to try it out. Doesn't mean I'm going to like it, but we're definitely going to try it. Very honest. So that's it for tonight. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. I know this is try to throw in the storytelling games here and there because I do enjoy playing them. They're just a little more challenging to stream. I'll see if I can get better pictures so you all can kind of be more involved to be able to see the images if you want to see something that I'm missing. So I'll see if there's a PDF available that I can put the pictures on screen for you. Well, off to work tomorrow, early day. But yeah, let's see. I'll try and schedule another session, see if people are interested. You'll see me more at night now, everybody, because I will be kind of more back in the office. I won't be able to do any streams during my lunch break or anything like that anymore. So they will be at night. All right, all. Have a wonderful evening. Is there anybody online right now? Always good to check. I don't know. Who's on? Who's online? You think I'd be much better about this? I'm just, it's rough out here. Here we go. Oh, I don't have anybody on here that's on my list. Oh, wait. Bonzinator's on. Should we raid Bonds? You know, I do this so many times. You think I would figure it out? Why? Tour. Okay. Hopefully I spelled her name right, because, you know, it's a thing. Hey-oh. All right, everybody. Have a great night. Let's raid Bonds and say hello. I think it's going to go in 3, 2, 1. Thanks, everybody, for watching, and we'll see you soon. Okay, bye, y'all.